Welcome to Snyder's Inc., where the fun never ends. Reactions, gaming, and more with Josh as your friend. Tune in, buckle up, it's a ride you don't wanna miss. Snyder's Inc., let's dive in, feel the ultimate bliss.
Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we have got a Parts of Unknown video, and this is the worst WWE pay-per-view from every year of the 2010s. We'll get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment what you think down below. If you'd like to help the channel out with a donation, you could give a super thanks or link to our PayPal's in the description. Now before we do this, I'm going to try to guess. We'll try to guess something. So 2010 SummerSlam. 2011 will be WrestleMania 27. 2012. No Way Out. I'm gonna make a guess. I'm just gonna come with pay-per-views. Hell in a Cell 2013. 2014 will be... No, actually, 2013 will be Battleground. It will be Battleground. 2014 is... Ooh, I don't know. I don't know for 2014. That's all I got. I got to 2014.
Last week, I started my list of the best WWE pay-per-view of every year of the 2010s by talking about the decline of Western society and everything steadily getting worse over the course of the decade, so naturally for this week, I'll do the opposite of that and talk about all the ways the world got better over the course of the 2010s. So, I mean, the MCU is pretty cool. Anyway, the WWE product had the worst creative decade of its existence in the 2010s, but thankfully with the influx of hyper-talented wrestlers signing and ultimately making it to the main roster, the quality of the matches in WWE did see a vast improvement, which makes it all the more appalling that we got pay-per-views like these. I'm Tempest Hailing from Parts of Unknown, and this is the worst WWE pay-per-view from every year of the 2010s. But before we get on with this list, make sure of course that you like this video, subscribe, and enable notifications to always on so you never miss a list just like it, like last week's best counterpart, which you'll see a clip of at the end. 2010, Bragging
Rights, really? Okay. I mean, Bragging Rights fucking useless pay-per-views. You know what? I can understand. I just thought SummerSlam, because I thought Cena winning would fuck everything over there. The Undertaker return, that doesn't mean anything. But in this case, I guess you do bury him for a Nexus. You bury the Undertaker in a Nexus attack that leads to nothing. You have, the Raw vs. SmackDown things, which are nothing. You know what? I get it now. You know what? Now that I say, yeah, okay.
Rights. Why are there people that want the Bragging Rights pay-per-view to come back? Did the mostly terrible Red vs. Blue Survivor Series era not teach you lot that this is a very bad idea? Bragging Rights only ran for 2 years, and while the 2009 edition of the show was mostly fine, the 2010 follow-up was just dreadful. Things start hot with Daniel Bryan beating Dolph Ziggler in a battle of the mid-card belts, but then the show drops off a cliff, leaving a Nexus logo-shaped crater in the ground like Wile E. Coyote. Nexus member John Cena and David Otunga beating the brand new tag champs Cody and Drew. The 2010 tag division was shambolic. But it doesn't get better, because Ted DiBiase defends the $1 Million Championship against Goldust because Dustin loves gold. The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture. Layla beats Natalya in a frankly horrible match for the Divas title. Undertaker and Kane culminate the worst chapter of their horrible rivalry in a buried alive match that hinged on Nexus attacking Taker in an angle that is never followed up on. The titular Bragging Rights match was—
I have no idea why that pay-per-view exists. Why did the Nexus beat up Undertaker for? What did you even plan to do with the storyline? You had no fucking clue. You had nothing. No idea. Why the fuck did you do this? Why'd you do that?
was long and boring, and then the main event ended in a loophole. If Wade Barrett didn't beat Randy Orton, Cena would be fired. Cena got Orton DQ'd and thus kept his job exactly the way a paying customer wants to see. On a technicality. 2011, WrestleMania 20.
I knew this one immediately.
27. We had a couple of WrestleManias take the top spots on this list's best pay-per-view counterpart, and that should be how it goes. The biggest pay-per-view of the year should be the best pay-per-view of the year. You have done so many WrestleManias to this point, you should be able to get it right, which is what makes it so much more frustrating when after 26 tries, we still got a WrestleMania this terrible. 2011 is a real
Oh, 2016 will be WrestleMania 32, by the way, that's for sure. The Crown Jewel where Michaels and the DX Blood Destruction tag match, that might be actually a lot of see, because 2018 is the worst. Because you could do that, or you could do the Greatest Royal Rumble, because that's also shit. You could do a lot of Saudi shows, actually.
ass year for WWE. The 40-man Rumble, the R-Truth main event push, Kevin Nash, the Muppets, and Michael Cole's incessant dickheadery ringing in our ears throughout it all. But the jewel in the 2011 is nonsense crown is WrestleMania 27. Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler in a half-hour segment that should have been 10 minutes, the core, full stop, and The Miz in the main event he will never stop talking about, even though it is the kind of match that you would want everyone to forget existed. What a show. 2012, No Way Out.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, holy shit! I can't believe I actually got that right! I can't believe I got that one right! I actually can't believe I got that right! The only thing I remember from No Way Out 2012 is the John Cena Big Show steel cage match that leads to John Laurinaitis getting fired. I don't remember any fucking thing else, so that's why I thought it might be on here, because at least every other pay-per-view I can think of something. Holy shit! I can't believe I got that right. 2013, I'm certain it's Battleground too. I think I might get that one right.
In the last decade, we have seen old pay-per-views like Backlash and No Mercy make long-awaited returns either on the main roster or in NXT, and one that is in dire need of a return is No Way Out. Why? Well, because then this pile of trash won't have to stand as the final No Way Out event. This is an episode of Raw on pay-per-view, and I don't know if you remember, but Raw sucked in 2012. Santino versus Ricardo Rodriguez in a tuxedo match? So many short, nothing matches, including yet another pointless Ryback squash. But hey, that's John Silver. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan's excellent over-the-limit wrestling match was followed up by adding Kane, what all great wrestling feuds need, and a love square involving all three men and AJ Lee. And this show was capped off with a Big Show John Cena main event cage match that no one in the year of our Lord 2012 could possibly have wanted to see, following Big Show's 21st, 22nd heel turn the month prior that meant we all had to sit through scumbag John Laurinaitis for another month. This is a skippable pay-per-view if ever there was one, and 2012 had loads of them. 2013,
boom! I knew that one was right. I knew that one. I was certain of this one, because this has the shitty main event where Big Show knocks out everyone. The match just ends in a So I was right with this one. Fucking A. I don't think what else happens on this show. I think CM Punk's in a match with Ryback or Curtis Axel or something like that. This show fucking sucks. This show fucking sucks.
Battleground. There may not have ever been a series of pay-per-views with a worse success rate than Battleground. 2016 may have ruined the streak of terrible shows by having the audacity to be good, but that streak well and truly began in 2013. With the lone exception of the Brothers Rhodes versus The Shield, nothing on this card deserves to be anywhere near a pay-per-view card. Curtis Axel versus R-Truth for the Intercontinental Championship, Bray Wyatt versus Kofi Kingston, Santino Marella and the Great Khali as a tag team, and for the love of God, one of the most offensive pro wrestling matches in history, where Big Show just decided the show was over in the middle of the Daniel Bryan Randy Orton WWE Championship match. How dare WWE have people part with their hard-earned money and book this show? Actual thievery that should have resulted in jail time. 2014, the Royal Rumble.
Oh! should have thought of the Royal Rumble. Oh, I should have thought of it. 14 and 15 might be the Royal Rumble, actually. Yeah, I think both years, 2014 and 2015 will be the Royal Rumble. 2016 will be WrestleMania 32. 17 might either be Great Balls of Fire or No Mercy, because No Mercy has the Brock Lesnar Braun Strowman match. But I think Great Balls of Fire might top it. 2018 will be the Crown Jewel. 2019 will be Hell in a Cell.
Now, I will start this entry with a bit of a hot take. I don't think the 2014 Royal Rumble match is as bad as people think. It has Roman's actually great Rumble performance, Punk's Iron Man run, some cute interactions. I mean, it's not great by any means, but it does look like a masterpiece compared to what comes next. That being said, it is one of the most tone-deaf pay-per-views WWE has ever done. Best highlighted by the company omitting Daniel Bryan from the Royal Rumble match, which will forever knock the match down several pegs. But other than that, this show is just shit. Like other entries, it starts off hot with a very good Daniel Bryan-Bray Wyatt match, but I hope you got all that fun out of your system watching it, because that's all you were gonna get on this show. Brock Lesnar winning a 2-minute match following a back-and-forth beatdown, and episode 42 of the worst show on earth entitled John Cena vs. Randy Orton. Seconds into this one, and the crowd were chanting boring. They chanted, "We want divas." In 2014, a Total Divas rerun was more popular than this pissing match. But as I said, this leads me to 2015.
100%, yeah, I thought so.
The Royal Rumble. This show has one of the best WWE matches of all.
I am very confident. I think I got the rest of these right now that I think about it. So 14 Rumble, 15 Rumble, 16 30, WrestleMania 32, 17 0, No Mercy or Great Balls of Fire, 18's the Crown Jewel, and 19's Hell in a Cell.
All time on it, and it is still easily one of the worst pay-per-views the company has ever put on. Think of how bad that show has to be to not even be close to redemption with Brock Lesnar versus John Cena versus Seth Rollins on it. The Ascension in the midst of being completely ruined following their main roster call-up, opening this show against the Old Age Outlaws. And boy, if that didn't set the tone for this show. The Usos beat the Mizes, the Bellas beat Natalya and Paige. This was a dreadful card, save for the aforementioned epic triple threat before we got to the Royal Rumble match. And I'm going to assume you've seen a wrestling list before, and therefore know just how awful this match is. 2015 was a terrible year for WWE, highlighted by a never-ending need to make Roman Reigns their top babyface, and it was never more apparent than this godforsaken imitation of a Royal Rumble match. 2016, WrestleMania 32.
I knew this one for sure.
And just in case you are the uninitiated that may have thought that the Roman Reigns experiment ended in 2015, here you have the 2016 equivalent of the 15 Rumble. Roman pushed as the top babyface of the company, winning the WWE Championship in a half-hour monotonous Mania main event. This is the first Mania that just wouldn't end as well, going 6 hours and 49 minutes if you include the pre-show. That is absurd. Now, it isn't as if every match on this show sucked. The ladder match is great, the women's three-way is great, the Jericho-Styles match is technically pretty good, but the decisions on this show are just nonsensical. Jericho beat Styles, Sasha doesn't win the title, the League of Nations beat the New Day, for God's sake. All the favorites just kept losing, and on top of that, some of these matches are just plain bad. A Hell in a Cell match with precisely one memorable spot that manages to go a f***ing half hour, Ambrose and Lesnar putting on maybe the most disappointing Mania match ever, and again, that horribly self-indulgent, masturbatory main event. You had 26 Manias to get it right in 2011, but you had 31 by 2016. Unacceptable. 2017, Battleground. Hey, Battleground.
Oh, okay, I got this one wrong.
It's been a while. How you doing? Still Oh, I'm shocked. After the anomaly that was Battleground 2016, we were back to our regularly scheduled dog in 2017. Now, when the advertised main event of your pay-per-view is a Punjabi prison match with WWE champion Jinder Mahal, fans probably
Oh, yeah, this is the Punjabi prison, the flag match. Oh, I should have gone... Okay. I should have thought... I forgot this show existed. So I got this one wrong.
shouldn't be going in with particularly high expectations, but holy sh**, Battleground, you didn't even live up to those. Sami Zayn beating newly debuted Mike Kanellis in a nothing match, Shinsuke Nakamura not being allowed to escape the welcome to the main roster vortex that is a feud with Baron Corbin, with Corbin getting DQ'd in their match, maybe a work, maybe a shoot botched finish to the KO AJ US title match. This show never stood a chance. And then yes, this show was main evented by a Punjabi prison match. The match that was never good in the first place, brought back to be not good for a new generation. 2018, Crown Jewel.
100%, and 2019 is so Hell in a Cell. So yeah, I think that was the only one I got wrong.
Cool. Well, it was only a...
I got 2 wrong. No. Okay, so I got 2010, 14, and 17 at this moment wrong. So I got 3 out of the 10.
A matter of time before Saudi Arabia debuted on this list. Somehow this will be their only appearance, but it wouldn't be for a lack of trying. Even if you take out the human element of this show being horrendous, with Donald Trump urging WWE not to hold the event after the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, but them doing it anyway, this show is still so completely unwatchable. From the WWE World Cup, composed entirely of Americans, being won by Shane McMahon, to Brock Lesnar just winning back the Universal title in 3 minutes because of Baron Corbin, to the match that wrestling fans probably would agree is the one we would all like to collectively wipe from our collective consciousness the most. The Brothers of Destruction versus DX. Bald Shawn Michaels, out of retirement for one more cash-grabbing match. It's one of the most depressing matches ever, and one that we all try to ignore anytime we get to talking about Shawn Michaels, retirement matches, WrestleMania 26, WrestleMania main events, or really any other chance that we get. 2019, Hell in a Cell. The show's so bad it beat out Super Showdown in all its Goldberg versus Undertaker glory. Essays can and have been written about just how badly WWE managed to f this up. You can even watch one with Lovely Pete over on WrestleTalk. Somehow, WWE managed to kill babyface Seth Rollins, The Fiend, and the Hell in a Cell match in one fell swoop. But let's not skip right to the main event, because after a pretty good start with Becky and Sasha's Hell in a Cell match and Roman and Bryan's Tornado tag, the show just starts to get miserable. Strowman and the Viking Raiders versus AJ and the OC ending in a DQ. The worst possible rematch to the actually good Corbin and Gable match from the King of the Ring. Bayley losing the women's title in her hometown. 2019 was a wretched time in WWE, and there may be no better example of that than this main event. The red cage, the red lighting, the some kind of hammer, and the all-time worst Hell in a Cell finish. Keep in mind that AEW aired its first episode of Dynamite 4 days prior to this show, and this was WWE's response. Way to end the decade on a high note, WWE. Thankfully, the 2020s appear to be in much better hands. And that's our list.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think the worst pay-per-view of each year of the 2010s was in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.